Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Dilip Rajgor will be giving a talk and presentation on grading of coins. All the collectors and dealers and numismatists who are uh, interested in listening to his talk, I kindly request all of you to come to the front row uh, and occupy the chairs. Please, he's going to start in a few minutes. I request everybody to come and sit in the front row, please.
Mr. Kirti Parekh, Hardi Parekh. Mr. Kirti Parekh, if you are there, please come on the dais. Hardik Parekh, Hardik, if you are nearby, please come on the dais.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting the lecture in a few minutes. Grading and conservation of coins by Dr. Dilip Rajgor. I request to maintain silence as far as possible, please.
Good afternoon, friends. I'm very lucky and very fortunate that Falcon Coins Gallery has invited me for this talk on grading of coins and what is conservation of coins and how they are important. Grading and conservation of coins, how they are important and why one should go for grading and conservation. Friends, this is a small presentation and we are going to see what is grading, what is conservation, how it is done, where it is done, and why you should go for coin conservation and coin grading. So let's start with conservation and grading of coins in India. Friends, when we talk about grading, what is grading? Grading is a term which is applied to determine the present physical condition of a given coin. So if a coin remains in circulation for a longer period of time, it remains there for say 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, it deteriorates. It deteriorates in some kind of physical appearance, some kind of wear and tear. This kind of wear and tear is the main basis of grading. So in grading, what we do, we grade a coin according to its present condition. So whether it is wear and tear is only 10% or 2% or 100% or 20%. So accordingly, we give the grades, we give the, like the exams, out of 100 we give the marks. So then in the same way, here give the, instead of marks, we give the grades. So this is in a physical condition. How you will define a physical condition? Every coin type wears systematically over a period of time. Similarly, coins in the custody of collectors degrade in their physical condition due to a number of reasons. You will be surprised. What are those number of reasons? Like improper handling, poor quality of albums, storing them together in a bag, and weather effect also. If you are living in a city like Mumbai, where the atmosphere is very saline because of the sea, your silver coins will turn tarnished, they will turn black. So this kind of weather effect is also helping in deteriorating these coins. So this kind of physical conditions are being treated and they are understood and their whole grades, their marks are given for, and that's what called grading. This deterioration in the physical condition of a coin is represented by an international 70-point scale. In 1940s, there was a numismatist called Sheldon and he introduced a standard by which a coin can be graded. So according to him, he started from 1 to 70. So, and from 1 is the lowest grade and the 70 is the highest grade. And these 1 to 70 grades were defined in different categories like P, G, F, AU and MS. What is P? P is poor, G is good, F is fine, AU is almost UNC and MS is UNC or mint state. Now here you can see these two coins, they look similar, but if you see the lion here, you can see the lion here now. The whole face of the lion is totally defaced. Even if you see the chest of the lion, it is totally defaced. And similarly, another highest point is this area, this Ashok Chakra here. It is again defaced. So this kind of degradation, wear and tear happens when a coin remains in circulation for dozens of years. Now if you compare this coin along with the neighboring coin here. Now here you can see, in this coin, see the faces of both the lions here. Here the whole face is gone. But on this coin you can see even the eyes are there. But unfortunately the nose and the mustaches and the lips are defaced. But again, if you compare the chest here, the hairs on the chest of the lion, you can see there are some of them are still visible. But now if you see and compare the chakra here, the wheel, you can see this wheel is intact. And you can compare this wheel along with this wheel of this coin. So this kind of difference is being treated in grading. Now again, if you see another lion here and you can compare now. You can see here. Now see the lion, you can see the lion's eyes, nose is slightly visible. All the four mustaches on the either side, they are jumbled up, but still they are visible. Now when you compare here, you can see here, even the nose has gone out, the mustaches are one and the same. So this kind of differences are being treated in grading, and accordingly these coins are termed as fine, very fine, extremely fine, UNC or MS. Now coming to the another variety here, even in this 2 rupee coin also, you can see the differences in lions. This lion capital here on the left side, and you can compare again with this lion here. Here you can see, you can count the mustaches also of this lion. Now coming to the UNC coins. Now the coin on the left, 1 rupee coin is almost UNC. You can see here on this coin, see how the beautifully big nose of the lion has been given. His eyes are clear. Even the mustaches and the lips are clear. This is a UNC coin. Here you can count each and every spike here of this wheel here. And when you compare this coin with another UNC coin of 10 rupees, this is much, much better. So this kind of differences are being termed as MS or UNC, and they are being graded as MS 61, 62 or 63 and like. So how you call as a scale, what is a grade, scale of a grading? It's called a grading scale, and here from 1 to 70 we have the different grades, different marks. So in normal circulation coins, all these coins are termed as MS coins, that is mint state coins. But if there is a proof coin, then the prefix MS is replaced with PF. If it's a pattern coin, the PF or the MS is replaced with PT. Now here you can see, this is the coin from the UNC set coin. So this coin never came in circulation, so this can never be a MS coin. But at the same time, this coin is not a proof coin, so this cannot be a PF coin. But this coin is a UNC set coin. So here, this is like a proof-like coin. So here, this coin has been termed as PL. So this is PL, proof-like 63. And when you compare this field along with the motifs and the legends, they are in high relief and they are in high contrast. So this is called a cameo effect. So this coin is called as PL63 cameo. So in the same way, if a which a coin which is very rare called pattern coin, if it comes for grading, then instead of MS or PF or PL, that coin is termed as PT, like PT45 or PT63. Now, the reason you will ask me why I should go for grading. This is because grading is directly related with the value of a coin. There is a direct ratio. If the coin is of the lower grade, the market value of that coin will be lower. But if the coin is of a very higher grade, the price of that coin will be very, very high. Now, coming to the grading, how coins are graded. Coins, internationally, coins are graded by at least 3 experts. There is one expert, he will go through the coin, he will identify it, and he will give a grade. Then the senior grader will come, he will recheck everything, and he will recheck the grade also. And if he agrees with the same grade, he will give the same grade, or if he thinks the grade can be higher or the lower, he will give the another grade. Then there is a finalizer, the third grader, he will reconsider both the grades, and then he will give the final grade. So internationally, there are 3 graders, there are 3 experts who identify, authentify and grade a coin. Now, there is a misconception that grading has been done under a 20x magnification or a microscope. No, it is not like that. Normally, internationally and in India also, we grade coins under 5x magnification. Why 5x? Because when you look at a coin, you are not looking, your eye is not a magnifier glass or microscope glass like 20x. So you are not going to see that. So what your eyes are going to see, accordingly, we value the coin in that respect. So instead of 20x, we put a coin under the 5x magnification and then we grade it. And now, if you grade a coin under a yellow light, it might give a different effect. So to be honest with the condition of the coin, we use 5x magnification and that too under white PL light. Now, before grading a coin, you have to identify whether that coin is genuine or not. Is it an authentic coin or not? So for that, we use at least 15x magnification loop so that we know each and every aspect of the coin, and then we identify whether that coin is genuine or not. Even in some cases when we are in doubt, we use very high-end microscopes which goes from 200x to 1000x magnification. And for that, we use some coins. For example, if there is a rare coin of 1 rupee 1985 International Youth Year. Now these coins are very much treated or tooled. What happens that a normal coin of Calcutta Mint will be tooled with a small star under the ear. And then people will say that this is a Hyderabad coin, which is worth say 1 lakh rupees. So to identify those coins, 15x or 5x loop won't help you. So you have to put that coin under 200 or 500x microscope. Then also we are very high tech in grading coins. When we are in doubt, we also go for XRF technology. This is a laser-based technology. It's a non-destructive technology. We put coins under the remote lasers and we identify the impurity pattern of a coin. And that impurity pattern, we compare it with the original, which is established genuine coin of that type. I will give you a recent example. Someone just a few days ago gave us a coin of 1939 1 rupee coin for grading. So we wanted to be sure whether it's genuine or not. All physical aspects of coins were genuine, they were authentic, but still we wanted to certify that whether that coin is perfectly genuine. And for that, we went for XRF analysis and we compared that analysis with other known genuine coins which we had already graded, and compared the impurity pattern, compared the silver metal contents, and then we came to conclusion that the coin which is given right now is the genuine coin. So this is how a coin is graded and certified. Apart from that, there are some confidential techniques, some confidential measures also, which we employ to identify whether the coin is genuine or not. But unfortunately, I won't be able to tell you about those coins because once they are made to public, the forgers, the counterfeiters, they will learn about it and they will try to improve it. So we can't discuss those things in public forum. Now, why should you go for coin grading? The very first thing is that when you give a coin for grading and when it comes back to you as a graded coin, it certifies that it is a genuine or an authentic coin. So to identify whether a coin is genuine or not, the first thing you should do is go for grading. If it comes as graded coin, it means it's a genuine, it's an authentic coin. Then, as I told you earlier, that how we grade and we check the authenticity of coins. For this, again, we employ two experts of that field who certify those coins independently and give their report, and accordingly, we identify whether that coin is genuine or not. Again, when a coin is genuine, then comes the three experts, three graders who certify, who study those coins and give their grades, and finally those coins are graded. Now, once the coin is graded, if I give you back in a plastic envelope or a plastic or paper envelope with a label that this is genuine coin, then in certain point of time, someone might change that coin and will sell you that coin as a genuine coin. So to overcome those difficulties, what we do, we employ a very high grade museum quality polymer in a box. We seal them with ultrasonic machines. So when those ultrasonic machines are slabbed, it's called a slab, they become tamper proof. So if you want to change the label, if you want to open it, you have to literally break it. So that is the genuineness of the coin, genuineness of your slab also. So once you have a genuine slab in your hand, you can comfortably buy that coin at the market value and you can enjoy your collection, and you can also go for a good investment in those coins. Another thing is that here is a good collector, Ashish ji. Welcome here to Bangalore. So if you go to any dealer and say that I want to buy a very rare coin, and he will give you a coin saying that this is a UNC coin, which is it's like MS coin, and you buy it. But when you show it to some other fellow collector and he says, no, this is not a UNC coin, this is a very fine coin. So if a UNC coin of that type is worth say 10,000 rupees, very fine coin of that coin is worth only 2,000 rupees. So that you have been cheated by getting 10,000 rupee coin for just 2,000 rupees. So in such cases, you have to be very sure. So when you grade a coin, what you get and what you pay for are exactly the same. Another thing is that when these slabs are sealed ultrasonically, we also put a NFC tag, a chip inside those slabs, so that people are not able to forge those slabs, and when you scan them, you can go directly to the website and you can certify and verify that those coins and that those slabs are genuine or not. Another thing is that we also have a hologram, we also have a QR code on those slabs. You can see here. This is how a coin is packed in an ultrasonic slabbed polymer. Now, once they are slabbed, you may not be able to photograph those coins. So for that, what we do, we have a high-res image studio, and we photograph those coins and put those coins on our website, and you can download them for free. This service is called NGS Photo Pro. If you are shooting a coin, say 1 lakh rupee coin with your mobile, it will look like this. But if you get those coins photographed by us, they will look perfectly in their beautiful luster and in perfect patina. So this is how your coin will look. See, for another example, this is a normal photo with mobile or a normal camera, but when you photograph through Photo Pro, they will come with the genuine luster of those coins. And now see this copper coin again here. This is a Gwalior quarter anna coin, and see the difference. So here the collectors can buy these coins from auctions also. And let's see how these slabs, when you park your money in certified slabs and when you want to sell them, what kind of money you are going to get. This is a 2 anna Uniface pattern coin. Earlier people were not sure whether this coin is genuine or not. So we graded this coin. People were not ready to buy this coin for even for 1 lakh of rupees. But once it was graded and it came with this label, it was sold. It was estimated at 3 lakhs of rupees and it was sold for 3 lakhs 80,000 rupees. Recently, last year in this auction, this was sold. Now coming to another coin. This is a 15 rupee gold coin of 1918 British India. This was estimated at 2 lakhs rupees and it was sold for 7 lakhs 60,000 rupees. Just because it was certified by NGS and graded by NGS. This is, you can see here, this all data is in public forum. You can go to the respective websites and you can check these details also. So this is how grading helps for a collector also. And when a collector dies, his family is also at ease that their collection is there properly identified, properly slabbed, properly graded, and then they can go to any collector, any dealer or any auctioneer and they can sell those coins at the market value. Here again another Lakhi blockage of reverse type Victoria coin. It was estimated to be sold at 25,000 rupees and it was sold actually for 40,000 rupees. I was talking about the NGS security chip or NFC chip. So how slabs are secured? Why NGS is taking so much concern about securing your coins in properly slabbed coins? Here you can see. And this is a typical NGS slab. So here what we do, we give a complete technical information about this coin. This slab is embedded with a security chip which directly goes to the website. This is the International Seldon Grading Scale. You can see this coin is called PL66. Now to be a part of Made in India or Make in India initiative, all these slabs are designed and manufactured in India. And the plastic which we are using here in these slabs, they are of museum grade quality. And they are food grade quality. So if that plastic is nothing is happening to your food in that plastic, the same way nothing will happen to your coins also. So this is the front of the slab. On the back side, we have this QR code, we have this certification code, we have got hologram, we have to security chip, and all these food grade items insert, which is in white color, are there to secure your coins. Now, often people ask me, can I send my coins to America or Hong Kong or Paris or London for grading? What is the answer? The answer is no. In India, we have an Archaeological Survey of India, and they have, in the India government, have a law which states that any item, any coins, notes, or any antiquity which is more than 100 years old cannot be exported out of India. So if you say that I want to grade these coins and I will come back those coins, it's not possible. You cannot export those coins. So even if you want to export for grading also, you need to have a special written permission from the Director General of the Archaeological Survey of India. Now coming to the conservation of coins. What is conservation? As I showed you earlier, a coin remains in circulation for a longer period of time, 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, even 1,000 or 2,000 years. So all those coins deteriorate, they also corrode also. So to preserve those coins from further corrosion, you need to conserve them scientifically. It's not like that you put any coin in a local acid, bathroom acid, and clean the coins. No. In fact, by doing that, you are actually damaging or destroying your coins. So conservation is a scientific way to preserve your coins. What a conservation staff does, they have several techniques which are scientific, which are approved, which are proven techniques for preserving a coin for a longer period of time. These are recognized techniques, and even we have some proprietary techniques which we don't talk about, but we employ to preserve your coins. So, when a coin is conserved scientifically, your coin is safe, and further corrosion in future is not going to happen and damage your coins. If a coin is not scientifically cleaned, scientifically conserved, it will have some brush marks, acid marks on those coins. So if you give those coins for grading, they will be termed as clean because they are improperly cleaned. But if you give these coins to grading after conservation, which is scientifically done by the grading staff, then it will not show any brush marks or acid marks, and with naked eyes you won't be able to say that this coin is conserved or clean. So those coins in the slabs will not be termed as cleaned. Another thing is that when a coin is conserved, the whole corrosion is removed and the coin attracts with your beautiful eye appeal. So it also increases the grade. I will show you some examples of the conserved coins which we have done at the NGS. Here you can see this 8 anna, a very rare coin. You can see the dirt and all the soil on this coin. This was the coin before conservation. But once this coin was conserved, now you can see. I would like to show you these two lines, these boxes here. You can compare these two boxes. How thin the box here is. And here you look. It perfectly shows what the actual box is around this 8 anna box frame is there. So this is how a conserved coin looks beautifully and is preserved. Now coming to the Islamic coins. Here you can see on the left this coin, which is very much damaged, corroded, and doesn't look even nice to look at. But when this coin is conserved properly by us, look like this. See how beautiful all the designs, all the legends and curves of these coins are seen here. Another thing is that the British coin. Here you can see this coin was improperly cleaned with lime juice and later with acid also. But once we have conserved this, see this even tone on this coin. Now after knowing what is grading, why grading is important, now the question comes where to grade your coins. In India, NGS is grading coins since 2011 and we have graded nearly 50,000 coins and notes for last 15 years. So you can give your coins for grading to us. You can contact us, our numbers, our address, our social media handles and everything is given on this slide. You can contact, even you can scan this QR code and you can be in touch with us. Thank you. Thank you for attention.
Hello. Thank you very much, Dr. Dilip Rajguru, sir, for excellent talk on grading and conservation of coins. On behalf of Falcon Coin Gallery and Bangalore Coin Exhibition, and on my behalf, a small token of appreciation to Dr. Dilip Rajguru, sir.